Uncle Yo's gonna be on stage in 1 minute, but he just wanted me to tell you guys that recording is strictly allowed. Please, for the love of God, record everything you want. Now, who's ready for Uncle Yo? One more time, I said, who is ready for Uncle Yo? Please, give it up for my uncle, your uncle, Uncle Yo!
I know I can't trust it now. You let me down.
Guys, thank you so much for coming out. This is my 7th Zenkaikon, I want to say. That's right, show of hands. 7th Zenkaikon that they can remember. Okay, let's try this. First Zenkaikon for anyone. Is this anyone's first Zenkaikon? Even if this is like your 5th or 6th, hands up if you have been here before. Okay, so, all right, 2nd Zenkaikon, 3rd, 4th. All right, how is this not your? How is this your 4th but not your 2nd? Like I saw you like, do numbers not work for you? There's a line that keeps going called the number line. If you have problems with this, I've always had issues with this. So the family is riddled with every possible mental variation that can be summed up and like brought to you by a letter that would also sponsor Sesame Street, some variation like. We were developed OCD, we got ADD, we were the first to get ADD before everyone got it, before everyone was just, well, let's just be a kid. Now, we were created this, we didn't even have attention deficit disorder. We had like, AD, I forget the rest of the letters, it doesn't matter, I lost attention already. But like I said, the reason Ian said record everything, because I realized, what is the point of this? Like, at some point, someone has to realize there's no point in attempting to sue me for what I say. Because it's absolutely ridiculous. To understand like what I do, I'm a geek-specific stand-up comedian, so I'm up here specifically screaming about anime, already existing. I'm not directly quoting it, I'm not directly showing any of the images, I'm just gonna talk about it. Now let's say someone records that and decides to make, I don't know, an AMV, and it makes them like 100,000 hits on YouTube. I'm a big dreamer, it's possible. I mean, I've made certainly enough Pokemon jokes for that, but let's say that gets you some revenue then, and like I want a piece of that revenue, but then like Pokemon and the English voice actors who at this point are just kind of like creative graffiti, if you will, just kind of like, hang on, he's talking about the thing that we did, and then Japan catches word of this and says, America's still a thing? Oh, we took them over years ago with the robots. I used to love going to cons because I was so stoked to meet all the voice actors. Like my actual time of meeting like Johnny Young Bosch, who to me was just not from Power Rangers, he was Vash the Stampede. Like that's what I knew and understood. And I was told, go up to the green room, you're a guest too, you have to meet and mingle. And I was terrified, so I'm standing in the corner terrified. Like, he's sitting down. I didn't know they did that. Probably will too. Because I'm terrified that he's gonna look over, who's you? I like pretzels! To this day, I've never made a good first impression. I don't even know like if I make good first impressions with my imaginary friends. because I know that they're there and I know that they're judging me. Paranoia can also be added to the list in additional. But I also understand that like entertainers and voice actors in general at cons, this is your one chance to like meet and try to get that emotional connection. But what's so amazing about that, and also just the nature of a performance artist, when you're up there in the moment, when you're in the booth, when you're up on the stage, your mind is going a mile a minute because at some point you're watching yourself detach, you're inside of it, and someone's trying to ask you, pick apart the art. Let me somehow get that emotional connection that I got from episode 16 or episode 8, or the amazing time that you scream, and they're trying to just figure it out. Because there are sometimes it is just a job. For some people it is just a job. Some people are dying to play Sonic the Hedgehog, would do anything to voice Sonic the Hedgehog, and they voice Sonic the Hedgehog for like a Friends animated series, and it's great. Other people, they audition, and sometimes it doesn't work. You go to an interview, sometimes you don't get the job. You are just not good enough to work at Burger King, which at that point, hang yourself. But you go to enough voice acting panels and you realize there's 10 questions that get circulated again and again and again. And I've never seen any other job where there is this fascination and following. And I'm really waiting at some point for someone to give that kind of fascination to your bus driver. That's what I want. I want the next time that you get on the bus, just be the biggest fan of your local bus driver that he did not realize he did not ever want. You drive a bus. What made you want to drive a bus? What inspires you to drive a bus? Alimony, the fact that I'm an ex-con and it pays me, why are you still here? Turns are right turns. What's your favorite kind of bus to drive? One that pays me. Is there an adult that can escort you? Do you know where you're going? Were you supposed to get on here? I was on Tumblr yesterday! And someone drew a picture of your bus with a dick! How did that make you feel? What is Tumblr? How did I get to be a bus driver? You are well on your way! Go to the back of the bus. This is where the magic happens. It's the guy who always rides the bus. I'm part of it now. When is that ever going to happen with somebody else? There's a strict way that we talk to other things that we never talk with anything else. Does anyone else do this? Does anyone else have a pet just to justify talking to yourself? You get home, you're tired, I'm home, who wants food? You don't understand what I'm saying, but I'm going to kill my boss one of these days. And the animal comes over, we picked up 2 cats. We have Bimo and Morty. Now, Bimo fits his damn name. Bimo is the life of a party in the same sense that someone getting electrocuted wants to wave down help. That kind of frantic instant. Bimo exists! And I've never had a nemesis before like this. You know how in an old cartoon, someone like moves super fast and there's a silhouette of smoke made out of them? Anytime this cat moves, silhouette of white cat hair. Anytime you pet white cat hair, like he's just, at this point he's like from the hidden cat fur village. Where's Bimo? This is where he was. Everywhere. He's apparently an interior designer with a degree in it, and we didn't even realize this. I like the kitchen. I'm glad you like the kitchen. You know what it means? Down here. My finger's actually stuck. But you talk to a cat in this self-aware dorkiness that doesn't work with anything else. People do it with babies too all the time. But you ever get this? That guy's walking a dog. He's walking a pug. The pug. Let's get close. Here comes the pug. Here's the pug. You're a dog. You're a dog. As if it's the first time that animal's ever been aware of it. That's why I'm on a leash and without pants on public. This guy's a genius, Dad. Who is not a dog, but I'm cool with. A cat is the same animal as a hawk. Cats and hawks are the exact same animal, just a cat puts on a better front for it. If a red-tailed hawk could go, you would bring that stupid animal into your house. Would you not? Because a cat and a hawk are the exact same animal. Think smaller than me, what is that? I wonder if it bleeds. Dog understands there's a pet-owner relationship. The cat understands the pet-owner relationship too, but for the cat, it's reversed. You point and the dog's like, he wants me to look that way. You point and the cat's like, what is that dangly thing at the end of your hand? The thing that only gives me food, or it seems in a frantic panic. I wonder if it bleeds. Time to find out. Bimo we obviously had to name. Bimo. It made sense. Morty, we took a while. And I actually posted this on the Young Yo Facebook page. Like, we had some ideas and options. Because the ASPCA named him Truffle, and that wasn't gonna work. I don't want to raise a gay cat. Yeah, homophobic, that's the exact why. Let's just put it down there. So we had some other options, and we posted this out. Like, we had the idea of Benji. I've always liked that name. Genji, it's slightly anime. Morty, because we love Rick and Morty. Rainn Wilson's character from the underrated and underproduced, and really no one talks about the independent superhero film called Super. No, I'm not talking about the character, the Red Bull. I know very well that Rainn Wilson's character was called the Red Bull. He co-starred as a sidekick Ellen Page. I want this cat's name literally to be Rainn Wilson's character, etc., 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 or Jim. That would have been a bit too much, so we went with Morty. And when you have a cat, you have this dialogue that doesn't exist anywhere else, that if you talk to anyone else that way, you would sound insane. You pick up a cat, you're a cat, it's a cat, who's a cat, you're a cat! Like you're discovering this all on your own. You will never do this to anyone else in your life. You talk to a human like this, you will be tased and dragged away and taken off the bus. Hey, who's a good barista? You are. You're a good barista. Hey, who's a good barista? I know I just asked it. You are. Hey, I got something for you. I got something for you. Check it out, he's the barista on my phone. Yeah, you recognize this? This is exactly like you. Get it, boy. Get the other barista on my phone. You're so stupid. Hey, no! Said skim milk. You're a good barista. You are. You'll never do anything like that. And you're like, oh, is that a black guy? It's a black guy. You're a black guy. It's a black guy. Why are you laughing at that? I know this is Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You must have at least seen a black dude at some point in your life. I recognize this close to Pennsylvania. Don't let the Starbucks fool you. We're not that far from the Appalachians. Place where the Amish could get away with it. And I'm from Pennsylvania too, so y'all should lynch me after the show. I just did my first exclusive pony convention. No, it should have stopped at just the one woo. Like, that should have been the entire reaction is like, one, dude, because that's what I love about geeks. Geeks are known for how they love, versus being known for what you love. That usually makes you a sex offender, doesn't it? Like, there's a big difference. There's a big difference between, like, in high school, we remade the Batmobile out of Legos. Dude. Versus, Steve really likes Batman, you guys. This is not good! I can't, he won't come out of the basement, he really likes Batman. Because, like, I have played with jokes like that at the Brony convention, and a dude comes up in a full Rainbow Dash Snuggie, which was an actual Snuggie that he had, like, bought some colored pom-poms from Dollar General and attached to his head. So my first instinct is, I need an adult. Okay, I need an adult with a badge and a taser. 10-year-old child asks the voice actors from My Little Pony his first question, you know, what got you into voice acting? Who's your favorite character? What's your favorite ship? Boner to was Rogue from 90s X-Men. Who did I secretly make out with? Me! Because she was hot and I wanted that! But I don't even understand the concept of shipping. I don't even understand how like a 10-year-old even needs or wants that. But I got into it and I understood it. I mean, there are people whose favorite pony is not even a pony that has like a name or a voice. Like DJ Vinyl, the DJ pony's my favorite. It's in like 3 freaking screenshot, best pony! It's like, what was your favorite Transformer? Did you like Megatron, Optimus Prime, Baymax? I thought that Richard Dawkins has said for years that we killed off the Neanderthals, but some of them got out. Been hiding in the elevations ever since. Like to request for an earlier winter wrap-up if at all possible. I didn't realize we were getting stuck in winter. Like Doug and Rob Walker just brought Chicago down with them. It could have stayed there! I want spring! Like, the sky should be blue and crap! Is it really because it's frozen? I feel like it has to be. Yes! Just, I don't want it to be like me, I'm just feeling it. But honestly, like, what surprised me most about the song was how inspirational Let It Go really is, despite it being the nicest song anyone's ever written about taking a dump. It's right there, you know? If the gay agenda's there, so's this. Oh, conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Oh, now they know! There are 10 more floors of this elevator. Let it go! Can't hold it back anymore! I've talked about ponies and Frozen so far. Like, I should just outsource my penis at this point. Like, it should just be like a Ken lump on a Barbie doll. I'm just spending enough time with the bronies. I got my own ship together. I've never talked about this on stage, but you know who I ship? I ship my oven with my fridge. I just want them to be together. And if the sink and the dishwasher didn't get in their way, you'd have the hot, you'd have the cold, it'd be really steamy. I know the oven has burned previous lovers. I know that the toaster, screw the toaster. I don't want the toaster. Everyone's like, the toaster and the oven should be together because it should be tough. No, rough it all the way. I want to throw it down. It should be the new croissant. Fridge, oven, make magic happen. They use the same outlet. They've been roommates for years. Let me have this. Froven. You're gonna join me on Froven? The microwave is gonna be so pissed at you guys. I can't wait for like ponies and like their 6th, 7th season to just go fully dark, like Pinkie Pie gets dragged away. Tell the ponies! Tell the ponies! Elmer's glue is ponies! Elmer's glue is... That happened, I'd be dragged away. But what really drove me to understanding that culture, the brony culture, used to be where otaku anime fans were 10 years ago. It's all about singing. It's all about positivity. It's all about smiling and ignoring whatever terrible thing someone outside who doesn't even care about you says, but smiling and singing, keeping it in the family, and smiling and diplomacy and smiling. And they're like the Mormons of the convention circuit. Which, if you follow that metaphor, that really makes the Homestucks the Scientologists, doesn't it? Because when you hear about it from the outside, you're just kind of nodding along, that's one way to live your life. Get away from my daughter. But when you actually read it, actually learn about the culture, actually give a damn, and open your eyes and ears and hearts the way that any magical girl you ever loved would do, to be empathetic, to be a sympathetic human being, you realize, oh, you are just a money laundering cult based on a really crappy science fiction. Here, take my daughter, let me leave! Because they're all too young to contextualize why it is good. I remember being 12 and 13, understanding like Cowboy Bebop and Trigun for the first time. Good thing! Why do you like it? Good thing! But if I say it louder, maybe they'll get it. Because what the Homestucks remind me at some point is, you guys remember the Applejack commercials from the 90s? Like the Applejack cereal? They were all exactly the same. All right, the camera fades into just a pile of tweeters. Like they've all slept over on top of the fat chick. Like they're just in a pile, slowly eating cereal. Dorky adult comes in because in the 90s he doesn't have attitude yet. Which is the 90s with which is the 80s but with Botox. This is the 90s.
Why do you like Applejacks, but it doesn't taste like apples?
The kid's response every time.
We're eating it. Just kind of here.
Just be honest, because you don't know how to use a freaking oven or stovetop. You don't know how to make an omelet or French toast. It tastes like sugar. Just say that. I was 8 years old screaming at the television because, Captain Planet wasn't there to mellow me out yet. Just say it tastes like sugar. You eat sugar. It tastes like you gotta do that. Why do you have to make us all look like idiots? 22 years later, I'm standing in front of roughly 400 people screaming about a cartoon for 8-year-old girls. And Frozen. The bronies are so fascinating to me because they get away with selling the merchandise and selling the fan art. And Hasbro knows it very well because they have the voice actors there. Oh, I normally sell these for $100, but you take this. What are these? Your used tampons, Miss Strong. I've been collecting them. They're people just like us. They sit. I think that Hasbro must have the same relationship to bronies that the health department has to any city's Chinatown. I'm fully aware that's a rat that you spray paint to look like a soft shell crab, Mr. Chu, but oh damn, I love these pork buns. So the last 2 years, if I haven't pimped and shouted it enough, I've been involved in show running and creating a series on YouTube. We got 13 episodes up. I was able to rope in voices like Little Karibo, Brental Floss, Team 4-Star, Mr. Doug Walker reprised a character for it. It's my fantasy sitcom about puppets called, don't you upstage me, called Dungeon Crawlers. And if the guys are ready, I have a later episode 10, I believe, The Princess and the Flog, queued up for you guys for your enjoyment, and I hope that you enjoy this. You'll understand.
So you're a princess?
Uh-huh.
Of what?
Well, my father is the crowned king of games.
Ooh, now that sounds fancy. What game?
Pokemon,
Awesome!
Snap,
Nintendo 64?
yes.
Ew.
How did you end up in our treasure room? I think I came as a double package with some enchanted kitchen knives. I don't know, I get shuffled around a lot. I'm technically a kidnapped princess for hire. It's like a temp gig, but with less terror.
I do remember I ordered a lot of stuff from QVC recently. I guess you got thrown in with our last order.
Of course, in addition to everything else, he's a hoarder.
The thing is, Your Highness...
Don't call her that.
No, call me that. Every time.
The thing is, Your Highness, we're really hurting for money right now.
Well, have you guys thought about having the Cyclops on an episode of Borders?
Well, we did make a demo reel for it, but nobody liked it. Thrak, you're a hoarder!
I know.
We can't keep living under a pile of all of your crap!
Sure you can.
You've got to change!
Nope.
Okay, then, good talk. dead cat half decomposing beneath the beanbag chair.
He's not decomposing. He's fermenting. I have a Cyclops idea, which is like a human idea but intrinsically better. We could use the girl squishy to lure adventurers.
Yeah, I'll just waft some pheromones over and the boys will come running like fangirls at a supernatural convention. I know I do. And with all the charity work Misha Collins does, he deserves the fame.
Okay, gang, group meeting. We'll be right back for you.
Excuse me. Do you guys have Wi-Fi up in here? I'd like to check my Tumblr page if I can.
Do you have a name?
Princess. Princess Yowie.
Well, team, we'll just have to face facts. I'm going to break the princess's heart eventually, and it's best if I just let her down easily now.
Somehow, I don't think that'll be a problem, Betty.
Not with my charisma, it won't. Poor thing. You can tell she's already fallen head over heels by the way she shields herself behind religious symbols just to keep me at bay.
The real question is, can we trust her to stay with us? Thrak, any opinions?
We did find her in the treasure room, which makes her the treasure now. Oh my god! I don't like the idea of the treasure being self-aware and able to walk around freely. We can't have her learn about the outside world. I say we break her legs.
She's not the treasure, Thrak. She's our guest, maybe our roommate. Stop being sexist.
I'm not being sexist. I'm objectifying her. That's totally gender neutral. But not sexist.
Sometimes I think you're allergic to being helpful.
I'm moderately intolerant.
I say we try her out. See if this whole come rescue the princess cliche works.
Isn't that your job? I think you just want her to stay so that the zombies stop chasing you. Or maybe you just want a little girlfriend.
That's not gonna happen. I'm asexual.
Yes, I know you're asexual. I just want to clarify whether you mean straight sexual or gay sexual.
No, Betty. I'm asexual. That means I'm not attracted to boys or girls. I don't have those kind of desires.
Well, I've never heard of it during my lifetime in this cave, so I can only assume that you're lying.
Let's just have the princess stay with us, okay? I'll go break the booster.
And then I'll break her legs.
No, Thrak. It's better if I talk to her myself.
Okay. Do you want to borrow my club? Or a rock? I'll get you a rock.
Welcome to the Idiot Brigade, Princess Yowie.
I'm trying to get you adventuring parties, Boogaloo. Trust me.
Well, you're not trying hard enough, Janice. I swear you're the worst agent since Doggett from the X-Files. We even have a princess now. People love rescuing princesses, but nobody's showing up.
Because you total party kill everyone I sent you. You gotta leave survivors.
But they get close to the treasure, and that upsets me. What about all that social media thingy? I just looked up our K1 Dungeon map quest, and we got 5 one-star reviews in a row. Whose fault is that, Janice? Whose fault could it possibly be?
Yours.
Other than mine.
Yours.
Someone who's not named Frank.
Yours.
You're bad at this reassurance game.
Have you considered your recent track record?
Oh! Yay! Rally! Oh! It's raining acid down. Oh, what is happening? They're melting! That's totally not my fault in any way.
Things are economics, Boogaloo. If you leave no survivors, who's gonna write you a positive review?
Oh! I never thought of it that way.
Look, Boogaloo, the thing is you're really too good at killing people.
I know.
That wasn't a compliment.
Well, how was I supposed to know you were inferring just from your voice?
Brack, I swear I'm gonna name every gray hair after you. Come, give me straight.
Please help me, Janice. This princess is useless to me.
Oh, sweet. More Dorito? Oh, they're the gift that keeps on giving.
Just so upset lady and these reviews. This cave was dumb and I didn't like it. This cave was dumber than the relaunch. There's so many reviews like it. It doesn't mention the fungus labyrinth, or the acid pit, or the nice French doors I added to the kitchen.
Everything will work out, Bubala. I promise. Let me make some phone calls and I'll get you some adventurers.
Okay, Janice. Well, I hope you've got a bunch of rabbits meat tied around your neck.
Honey, if it makes you feel better, I got the whole cast of Watership down walking on peg legs.
Good. I don't trust rabbits. Their eyes are too big for their tiny, tiny heads. Who says such horrible things about another person?
That'll teach you for rejecting Mumbar, the wizard, random cyclops and ghost man whose names I don't remember at the moment. 5 fake user accounts later, nobody will want to visit your stupid Mumbarless dungeon. You feel my wizardly vengeance. I'm Doctor Wizard! Nurse! And... oh, Disney.
This episode was brought to you by an anonymous underground vampire coterie secretly controlling your lives and society since 1435. Now accepting applications for ghouls and blood dogs. They have asked to remain unnamed and remind you to pay no attention to the raving Ventru in the corner. This episode was also brought to you by the color see-through and the letter 6. Letter 6? Oh, f***ing Malkavian.
Has that been on the screen the whole show?
Okay, 4 of them said no. You said yes. Did you either not? There's a number line. Attack on Titan has a theme park in Japan. Attack on Titan was so popular. Violence, torture, murder, vor, porn was so popular in Japan. It got a theme park. Not like a rotating thing, not like a seasonal haunted house. No, they burned down Disney World, erected a wall, and made an attack on Titan. Last year about this time, I was emceeing a cosplay masquerade in the middle of Ohio, and there was a 7-year-old girl who was our only junior entry. So she was dressed as like street clothes Mikasa. Okay? It's like seeing a room of kindergartners talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. Which I have had to substitute teach. And you keep the lights on the whole nap time. You don't give them a moment. Where is Foxy? If you're lying, Foxy's behind you. I'm proud of you. Or maybe you're just a brony, which is just a furry that couldn't commit to the lifestyle. That one gets me lynched. White straight male privilege. Boom! I own you. So, a 7-year-old girl is in the cosplay competition. Hey, so you've seen Attack on Titan? Yeah! Like enthusiastically, more than there's 26 episodes of Attack on Titan. You've seen all of Attack on Titan. Yeah, it's really funny. Are you from Silent Hill? Is your father Charles Manson? Were you birthed or juiced through barbed wire? I've worked in professional haunted houses 17 years. I've been a scarer in my home county, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, 17 years. I am the terror that flaps in the night. Okay? That's been my job. Horror movies don't do anything for me. Blood doesn't do anything for me. Attack on freaking Titan! Killed my boar fetish! Okay, so you are freaky, dude. You don't understand that you go back to DeviantArt, you sick little pervert. The kids cannot be traumatized! What possible rides can they do on an Attack on Titan theme park? The first thing, obviously, is the maneuver gear. So you sit in the brace, and then they break your hip. And that's the ride. It's called hip displacement. It's called the most inefficient way to murder stoned, sunburnt Scandinavians. Because that's all the Titans are. Just weirdly Aspergery. They're clearly stoned. They're not walking right. They look like Zenkaikon the morning after the rain. 6 hours straight of DJ coming. This is you on Sunday morning. Where are your parents? Marco. The most efficient way to kill a Titan, despite having cannons, you would think they would need cannons. Nope. We have this crazy idea. Wolverine piggyback on Spider-Man. We're gonna launch teenagers through the air. We're gonna give them double-sided 6-foot-long box cutters. That's all we got. You idiots! This is brilliant, though. It ended up being like, before it became Attack on Internal Monologue, Attack on Death Note. Which, you ever thought about how terrible it would be for a deaf kid to watch the dub of Death Note? Wow, that guy's lit with a blue light. That guy's lit with a yellow light. He's eating a potato chip. Someone just died. This show is weird. You could make different rides based on like every character from Attack on Titan. You have the Captain Levi ride. Here's the, well, it's more of an interactive event. The Captain Levi event is called OCD. You have a closet of black tuxedos or black shirts, black pants, and silver ties lined up in your walk-in closet the way you like it, and you only have a roll of Scotch tape, and they launched BMO through your closet. You have a white cat in a black closet. And if you don't strangle them, I don't like BMO. Let's lay it down. I'm not good with this new cat. It's not working. You could have the Armin ride, which is also interactive. The Armin ride is they give you a table, they play some classical music, you get a deck of cards. You get to build a house of cards. Someone will help you build a house of cards. And right before you put on those 2 final cards, and you complete this incredible, a dude dressed like the Aaron Titan stumbles drunkenly into the room and just goes, ah! And then he punches himself in the face so hard, it explodes his face and his fist. That's how physics works here. You gotta help Aaron now! That's hardcore, but that guy's a retard! All of humanity is resting on this? At least Naruto is literate-ish. Literate-ish.
Good enough to get you into community college.
Or you have the Mikasa ride. The Mikasa ride, you are in Yankee Stadium. You have a pair of binoculars. Your job is to escort the one guy from the other side of the stadium safely out of the stadium who's wearing a Mets shirt. Good luck. could they do right with an Attack on Titan theme park? It's a small world after all. It's a world. That's the first 12 freaking episodes, is people freaking out because someone's taller than them and hungry. It's a lot of things. You think it's a zombie show? Oh, it's not. You think it's kind of steampunk? Oh, it's not. You think it's the most hardcore gay porn? And it is. At least according to Tumblr. I did the Tumblr routine last year, so we'll move on from that. I apologize. Did anyone not hear the Tumblr bit? Teenage girls in the audience, you okay if I do it again? I would love to always hear that. Teenage girls, are you okay if I do that again? You want me in prison? You shut your mouth. I get no good material in prison. I've imagined. That's what I like about fangirls. I keep getting older, they don't touch me. We're safe. From a nerdy family. My parents met at a Star Trek convention. When I was 6 years old, they dropped me and my cousins off at our first ever Star Trek convention. They were amazed the way we bolted across the concrete floor, eager to explore, eager to learn, eager to watch, joining the legacy. They were more astounded 2 weeks later when we found our way back home. It's a child abandonment joke. Sing it makes it hurt less. But I was raised by very conservative Klingon parents, and I had to come out to them. I chose to come out to them last Thanksgiving as a fantasy guy. Yeah, that was their reaction too. I discovered at the tender age of 13 I was playing for the other team, and they wouldn't have that. They clearly expected Klingon grandchildren from me, but you couldn't help it. I got into anime, I got into manga, because an anime character struggles to embody this world ideal. Western comic book characters struggle to not be punched in the face by Batman. So I would struggle. I'd have to find my nerd identity, like we do what all boys questioning, where we go wait after school, we'd go behind the gym, and the other boys now would take turns touching each other's C.S. Lewis novels, and I'd wear my elf ears around the house to get it out of the way, and my dad would be like, "What are you wearing, boy?" "Oh, I'm a Vulcan, Daddy! Live long! Space Force!" I don't care. I don't know. I don't know what to talk. I don't care. Last Thanksgiving, I held cats hand. I said, "Guys, I play Dungeons and Dragons. I really like fantasy." And that was their reaction. My mother says, "Have you tried not reading Tolkien?" I said, "Just let me love what I want to love, how I want to love it." And my father throws a photon torpedo at me across the table. I throw back a magic missile because that's who I am. I yell at Spectrum Patrona because Moon Prince of Power would have sounded gay. Some days you just can't win. I mean, we grew up with Star Wars, we grew up with Star Trek. When I got to college, I wanted to join the sci-fi club because, of course, you know, Wookiees, lightsabers, who doesn't like Star Wars? The little woman who ran the club was the first to approach me. This is in the day when you had elitists, and it was a journey, a struggle to find or learn anything. She's like, "I hear you like Star Wars." Yeah, who doesn't have a crappy Chewbacca impression? Who doesn't like he walks? "Yeah, prove it. Have you read the novels? Where's your Rebel Alliance tattoo? Do you have George Lucas's pigment hair framed on your bedroom wall?" It's the Lucas pubes go in the living room so we can all take turns spitting on them. I'm not happy with the prequels, that's what they come down to. Let's just cut out the middleman right about now. Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog is to Mario, I think, what Digimon is to Pokemon. One was mass-produced, not a lot of depth in character, and the other has really creepy fans. Go to DeviantArt, type in anyone's name, followed by these two words, the Hedgehog. Karl the Hedgehog is a golden hedgehog with a skateboard fetish. I don't mean to say that every photo of this golden hedgehog is him riding a skateboard like he's cool. Mature content filtered on. Thank you, Wall Maria. I'll wrap it up. First off, Japan, where did you get the idea that hedgehogs are fast? Hedgehogs don't even run fast. You can't even roll them up in a ball of duct tape and throw them down the stairs fast. They get caught in the carpeting, I've read. Why can Mario hold his breath forever and Sonic the Hedgehog drowns after 5 seconds? And if you stop doing somersaults in the water, you stop. Sonic the Hedgehog can break the sound barrier with these tiny mouth cleaner legs that don't even have knee joints. He runs that fast. The friction from the air currents alone should be peeling back the skin of his head. It should be raw, beaten, exposed jerky as far as we can tell. It's the friction, the heat from the air alone, and he does it, like, without even wearing pants. Now, gentlemen, I'm not gonna ask when or where or the consequences, I'm not here to judge. But have you ever tried running naked recently? We are not aerodynamic. We should do the Olympics the way the Greeks were. No, here's what hurdles would sound like. Ow, 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 ow. I want to go back to Titan slaying class. Now, if Sonic the Hedgehog put on like anti-chafe nipple tape like you do, without pants, it would not be appropriate for children anymore. Knuckles would no longer be an ironic name. He would just be that guy, we don't know his name. He just calls himself Knuckles. I don't even know where I'm going with that joke, and you people are perfect for what you're thinking of. This is why I love you bastards so much. Sonic the Hedgehog, the level progression is so wacky to me because of who you end up saving. Most of the villains are just waiting for you to run super fast, which is the whole point of the game, so you can run into them and like explode in yellow rings. Explode in yellow rings. If you're in a boss fight, however, like and you've only got one ring on you, boom, he hits you, oh, I'm gonna die. Got the one ring, I'm back in the fight. That ring makes you functionally immortal. If it's between life or death, why are you holding the thing that could stave off death like this? It's a ring, like put it around your neck. Pierce your nipple with it, swallow it. Swallow it, don't let go of the ring. I understand it clashes with your primary color sense, Sonic, but this is life or death, you idiot. People keep my immortality. You deserve to drown. Every monster that you jump on, you rescue someone. A little dog bounces free. A little bunny bounces free. And you don't ever think about it until like the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, when you have to at some point jump and use your enemies as a bridge. These mechanical wasps as a bridge. Jump on you, jump on you, jump on you. Save the dog. Save the bird. Save the bird. Save the bird. Because you put a bird. You roboticize it as something else that can fly, right? Because the bone structure. No, it's a puppy. Boom, boom, boom. I'm free. Let's not tell tales. If you wanted to live, you would have put a ring on it. Boom, I'm an asshole. furries. I swear I'm an adult. Not very hard. 31 next month. And I'm still watching cartoons. And you know what? You got a problem that I watch cartoons still. Kiss the cutie mark. You know, I'm so Sonic the Hedgehog's entire level progression makes no sense to me. He starts in this pristine, beautiful, rolling green field, and then he gets into like this weird sunken city, and then he gets into this really polluted, horrible, oil, toxic-filled city, and then he ends up at like a casino. Is he just running south from the New Jersey Turnpike? How many of you immigrated from Jersey this week and you just gave yourselves away? So the entire series of Dungeon Crawlers, all 13 episodes, and all the fun craziness that we've done, there's like 40 videos plus online right there. We've wrapped up the first season. I'd be grateful if you looked up Dungeon Crawlers or on Wheel. I've got business cards here. I got the new album, by the way, before we wrap this bad boy up. New albums. I didn't even eat anything that tasted like that. Magic of alchemy, baby. Like the most deadly game of patty cake with the floor you could ever play. You don't need a friend to play patty cake with the floor. You're gonna attach your brother's soul to some armor. Thank God they didn't try to bring back Trisha Elric in the bathroom. I'm at work. This is my brother, John Elric. The blood feels like written on a little pink puck. Mustang just comes over one day to play hockey. That's where your mind goes when you're 30. Because stuff leaks. You don't realize this, but you guys are all like taught your bodies are doing what you want them to. By the time you start reaching like the end of your 20s, things just do things for the fun of it automatically. And it seems to like default with farting. I'm just gonna use that, it's gonna be a problem. I want to not fart, you're going to fart. I'm doing some push-ups. I'm not even using those muscles! Why is that your only release? You're so angry. What? I have dialogues with my body. I'm not the only one. If you follow my fiance's Twitter account. This is a desperate cry. I don't agree with my cat and my girlfriend is moving on. So Sonic the Hedgehog, no, actually don't talk, sorry. So new albums are out there on Spotify, we're out there on Amazon and iTunes. I'm gonna wrap it up with this one. I'm gonna be hosting Cosplay Burlesque later tonight. Which is always fun for me. Titties! I still got the time. I thought so too. So afterwards at the show, if you want to do photo autograph, which is, I still can't believe why you're still, I'm a 30-year-old dude screaming about cartoons. You can find a really handsome bus driver any day of the week. We just don't have bus drivers as guests at this con. The lines would be insane. What's your favorite license plate number? I really like buses. The new albums are called Matching Hair Clips, Ecto, Kid Lorian, and Phantoms and Facepalms. I got the physical copies with me, and I've also brought 5x7s of me and Thrak, the Cyclops. I have a freaking puppet. That's why Five Nights at Freddy's didn't do anything for me. A puppet with a person inside is so lively and energetic and magnificent. A puppet just sitting in a corner, there's no soul to be had. Like a corpse is more interesting than just a... Hi. What was that? But Thrak and Betty just live in my closet. So if I'm stumbling in the morning at 4 in the morning getting ready for work, I just see that. 5 Nights at Freddy's was like another day at home. But at work. Made so much money too. gonna wrap up with this one. I'm doing Magical Girl Boot Camp tomorrow. It's my new favorite panel. We're gonna talk about magical girls, and we're gonna talk about the P90X, and I'm gonna yell at you to look adorable. And developing that panel, I also got some other later thoughts, and I don't know if you guys have ever felt this about yourselves, but like if you've ever felt like you're not all 100% perfect. Not all the time. Some days not. Sometimes it's big and encroaching and it's hard to get out of bed in the mornings, and sometimes it feels like if someone ever asked you, instead of what's wrong with you, hey, what's right with you, you would have nothing to say. You would be terrified. You'd be like, why am I paying this guy $30 an hour to listen to me if I've got nothing going good with myself? I got asked by a fan over my Facebook page a couple months ago. We're gonna call her Jenny for the purpose of this. She asked, Uncle Yo, do you think I'm pretty? I'm confused at this, so I did some research, and you can find these collected videos online of girls as old as 10, as young as 5, just asking the internet at large, do you think I'm pretty? And, which I think is brave. It's a very intimate question to hand a crowd. I would never ask you guys, I already know your answer. I saw the Ponyo review too. Like, asking the internet if you're pretty is like asking a starving panther, do you think I taste good? It's handing a tiger a new pair of dentures and smothering yourself in mesquite sauce. Asking, what do you want to do tonight? I didn't want to say yes, because that would be weird and pedophilic. I didn't want to say no, because that would be mean. Which is like pedophilic, but at least, you know, I buy her dinner first. But I gave it thought, well, or brunch, I'm not here to judge. But I gave it thought, Jenny, and I don't know who you are. I don't know the defining traits and moments of your favorite shows, your favorite songs. I don't know your parents. I don't know the things that made you who you are. But I can take a pretty good guess at what you are right now. I think you are a Venn diagram of hundreds of factors narrowed down to a pinpoint in time and space right here on this earth. I think you represent your race, your gender, your class, your family, your town, your state, your nation, your subscription to Netflix. All at the same time. Not one of those defines you, all of them together. You are an amalgamation and a product of hundreds, maybe thousands of generations, each one hoping incrementally for something better than the next. You are a descendant from the Big Bang, Jenny. Your blood is processed and refined starlight, and your not-so-distant cousins just landed a comet on an asteroid that your ancestors would worship in wonderment and terror, and that's real estate for the United States of America right now, Jenny. That's what you own now. Your legacy is flying out there. The water that makes up your blood, the vitreous fluid in your eyes, was once the blood of pharaohs, once flowed through the Nile, once sat at the bottom of the Marianas Trench, was rained down on mountains you have never seen before. You are an endangered species, Jenny. You're the first, the only, and the last person who will ever be you in this crazy nexus of possibilities that got you where and what you are. You are a walking, self-aware avatar of a planet more wonders than you have ever thought before, unless you think about dinosaurs on a daily basis, and I hope you do. Dinosaurs are cool! Feel that. You are a mobile galaxy, Jenny, carrying within your body more living outside life forms of dormant viruses and bacteria in your guts than your cells have eyes, than words ever typed by James Joyce or Shakespeare, than the population of most nations. And to each one of those outside cells, whom you will never know or never meet, you are creation with a capital C. That is you. To each of them, no matter how insignificant, you are creation. The fact is, Jenny, you only came into creation because two random cells headbutted each other somewhere inside your mom and became countless billions of other other shapes and functions and electrical and chemical impulses and matrices and slimes and neurons and eyelashes and freckles and that weird little crow that you do in your lap and your favorite food, your least favorite food, your weird stunted toe that someone is gonna love you for no matter what. You're going to absorb so much media and you're gonna have the power to say hello as to countless people that you're gonna forget. You have the chance to say goodbye to more people than you ever wanted to, but you can say I love you to as many people as you want to, and you can mean it, and you will struggle and strive to get as many people as you want, the people who teach you to think, the people who teach you to see, the people who teach you to listen and use your senses and enjoy this world around you, and you will try to shove them in here as much as you want, and you may not even tell them, they might even walk away with a big piece of it, you might not even know of it. You will struggle to get them in here, but none of them, Jimmy, not the 9 billion of us out there will ever get in here, no matter how hard you try. And that is the spectacular miracle and secret that you keep. You have the potential to grow into a warrior. You could be a scholar, a healer, a leader, a magician, a martyr, a bleeder, and you have, if you so choose, the power and ability to pass this on to a new you. Sometimes life gets in the way of living, Jenny, but you right now live. And you want to ask me if I think you're pretty? Like just that? Like just, those are your expectations? No. No. You're not pretty. You're pretty miraculous. And you should live every day knowing and embracing this. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Live life. Thank you so much. We will see you upstairs for Cosplay Burlesque. I'm going to be down there in just 5 minutes. Thank you guys so much for coming out to Zenkaikon. There's nowhere else I would want to be. Enjoy your weekend.